Whew, there's a lot that is happening, and welcome to everyone that is new, and welcome to everyone that is a returning listener. And thank you so much to you guys for actually giving me this benefit of a doubt. For all those that are seeing my face for the first time on YouTube, you guys have been clicking on the videos. It is helpful, it actually, gets to read who gets to, appreciate this podcast. And for everyone that is not yet convinced of my face and of my podcast, hopefully at the end of this podcast you will be convinced and you will be enjoying this show. I look forward to actually having you joining the podcast and becoming a family. I know we gotta be on a grind. Also, it's because I am so broke. I'm super broke. Like, you can even tell with what I'm using right now to actually record this podcast, which is for those who are listening and not actually seeing this podcast. I am using my headsets. Yes, I am using my headsets as my microphone. Thank you so much to everyone. Please make sure that you subscribe so that we can actually get a microphone eventually, hopefully. But the most important thing is that we actually deliver the best, podcast, anyone can put out there, as well as the ideas that are going to, tweak the internet in a, you just bring some sanity back to the internet, because it has gone insane as a video of Cyan Boujee actually emerges on Twitter, whereby she is speaking about DJ Maphorisa, and I guess she's saying that DJ Maphorisa once liked her. As we know, Cyan Boujee has said a lot of stuff. She said the same thing with Do Browns. She said the same thing with Vigro Deep. So it's a lot, it's actually you're wondering, is it true? But yeah, she said that DJ Maphorisa liked her. And that basically what angered people is that she said that if it was her who actually got beaten by DJ Maphorisa, allegedly, because I still don't have the receipts that it happened, and I'm not trying to get sued. But yes, that's what she said. She said, if she got a beating from him, she wouldn't report him. Basically, what she would do is that she would accept the beating and just resolve the matters. And now people are actually mad. And one of those people that are actually mad is Ntsiki Mazwai. But Ntsiki Mazwai is not really mad at Cyan Boujee. I guess she will be later after she sees the video. But she came, before and spoke about how she feels like the people that are actually laying charges and then, taking them back are actually pushing the GBV movement backwards, because, she feels like now everyone is not going to take women seriously, which is true. She's telling the truth. We spoke about it in the previous episodes, which if you haven't listened to that previous episode, go ahead and check it out. We were speaking about how it devalues the whole kind of situation whereby now you have to believe someone, because it's not even about believing them for the first time. It's if someone has done it a lot of times, and all the time they just come back later and then just try and switch down the nuts and just be like, oh, by the way, I'm actually joking, it's not the truth. And then you realize that, man, it's not worth it to actually believe the person for the longest time. And I know for police, this could be actually tricky to actually be dealing with the same person every time. They report and then afterwards, they unreport. I don't know if there's anything like that, but they do unreport, and they just lift those charges that they laid. Red Life spoke about how it might be a good idea to actually have a restraining order against the partners, because what he believes is that the main reason why then the women lift those those charges that they've laid is that the people come back and they apologize and then they forgive. How love works. For some people have been cheated for and they're forgiven. They've actually believed that people that cheated on them as a mistake. People actually believe that there's a mistake in cheating. But yeah, back to the topic. That is what Red Live is saying, which makes sense as well, because if you're gonna keep the person away, the person might not sweet talk the person, because some people, they are not really, would say they are not really this is not DJ Maphorisa. They are not really as innocent, but they know how to apologize. And if they know how to apologize, then they can come back. Those people are normally described as people who are toxic. They know how to apologize, how to make you feel love at that moment, and then jump back to their own ways. Again, this is not DJ Maphorisa, so it might help to actually like have the restraining order. But what Cyan Boujee said and came out to talk about was actually really uncalled for. She shouldn't have done that, especially because the timing is wrong, like, and we still don't know whether it's that bad. If it is that bad, imagine, being Thuli P and getting to see, those videos circulating whereby there's someone who is condoning such stuff and also is low-key after your man, stuff like that. It's actually like shocking. It's actually like making me think, how do most of the women out there think? How is it that you might normalize something like this and feel like it's okay? Someone else who has actually been questioning women, black women to be specific. And before I speak about him, I just want to say that, I am not endorsing what he says, and I am not, a part of someone that is a stand, because you might listen to me speak about it and then now you might just want to run away and be like, why is this dude giving this person some airtime? But this person is actually like pretty much famous. We know him. Nota, right? He came out and said that, black women are basically after men. They want to bring down black men. And he said that he believes that black women were actually like brought by the devil to bring a black man down. And I'll just circulate and go to what Kwesta said about Nota. Kwesta had come out earlier to say that he is where he is because of Nota. He can't sideline that. He can't overlook that. He can't say it's not something that actually happened. He believes he helped him and his career very much. And he did indeed say that, Nota is someone that is, I think, in some way, a genius when it comes to marketing and pushing an artist. Let me put that, out there before you start thinking that I'm saying everything that he is saying, And, he say that Nota has a tendency of, writing things in the wrong way. But he knows that, there's a topic that he's trying to get across, is trying to make people talk about. But it's just like, it's the deliverance that is wrong. Which in this case, whereby he speaks about how most women are out there to get men. He is trying to get the point across that, as black women and black men, we should rather be treating each other good. We should rather be supporting each other. I am trying to bring the good out of the bad, because a lot of people, when they read something, they just read to react. But, there is a message that is low-key out there, deliverance totally off, but it's sad that we see women, black women like Cyan, right? This is a perfect example of that. Rejoicing, bringing someone else down, to actually like get what they want to get from a man and stuff like that. I don't know what she wants. She says she likes DJ Maphorisa, so heck, maybe we're gonna believe that she likes DJ Maphorisa now, because she said it before she didn't like her. But it's totally different, right? Because Nota believes that, Thuli P was sent by people, to actually tarnish DJ Maphorisa, as he was speaking about how DJ Maphorisa's brand now is just ruined and tarnished. And that the statement, which we spoke about in the previous episode, that was, put out jointly, can be used as an admission of guilt, like we spoke about. He believes that Thuli P might actually do that. So this is where the whole, conversation of saying women, black women are trying to bring black men down, stem from. I don't know where he gets the intel, where he gets the info, but the point is, we really are in a position whereby we wish to see, black successful men dating black women, because we can't say that the people that are in interracial marriages are actually like insane or stuff like that. Most of the time it's like we, the black women, and why did I say just we? I mean we, the black men that grow up with the black women that we have in the society are at a disadvantage, whereby these black women are the one that are actually like tearing us down. Like, if you have never asked a woman out in high school, then then you don't know what I'm talking about. A black girl, I don't know, I've never learned with white girls. Maybe that happens too with white girls or any other races, but I know my own race, bro. That will make you never want to ask any any other girl out. And it's just like that. And it's not even like in high school as well. It's like in social media and anything like that. It's just there's that thing that that says a man is nothing, a man is a trash, a man is, I'm going to bring that man down and stuff like that. I'm not saying I agree what Nota is saying, but I agree with the point that we need to sit down and basically look at the fact that we are all black, right? And we are all black people, and we are all we have, because literally everyone doesn't want us, like, in the whole world. Like, they don't want us, bro. Like, they really don't want us, and we're all we've got. We have to support each other, we have to love each other, we have to be there to push each other. If we're against each other, then who is gonna be for us? Just think about that, right? Think about that as we think about the situation of Emtee possibly returning to Ambitiouz Entertainment. It is said that they have opened talks, and it might be possible that we will see an Emtee back on Ambitiouz Entertainment. Does he need them? I don't know. But it is said that there's a source that actually came out and say that he not Ambitiouz, he is the one that actually contacted Ambitiouz Entertainment to actually like strike a deal, or to have possibly a working relationship with them. After what happened, Aries must be really angry right now, because he was really pissed in the beginning, because he had tried to tell Emtee about Ambitiouz, and Emtee then played him, and then later realized what he was talking about, and then came back and left the label. And now it all started social media, the back and forth that actually always happens with artists, where by now they're just like saying bad stuff about Ambitiouz, and Ambitiouz is saying bad stuff about those artists. But Emtee wants to go back. How do you feel about that? I feel like, man, I don't know, maybe what we see of Emtee right now, mostly intoxicated, mostly like going through a rough time. Maybe it's because like the people that he's working with cannot manage his career well, and he feels like he needs people that can manage his music. We don't know the packs that come with being with Ambitiouz, but I know when he was in Ambitiouz, he was bowling, man. He was bowling. He was happy. He was having a time of his life, man. Heck, he even got that Mercedes-Benz tattoo, and he had Mercedes-Benz, and he had pretty good houses to actually like stay in. So I feel like he needs that kind of like organization that comes with being a part of a recording label. So that is just what we get from this whole thing. A lot of people might not understand what is happening, but it's best for it is easier for an entertainer, for them to actually focus on entertaining than to focus on the whole business. Remember, this is what Kwesta actually said, when they I think it was Nota, right, when everything just fell apart with their label and stuff like that. There was no one to actually like be there and guide them, in a capacity of someone that understands business. So I think this is a whole thing that Emtee is actually seeking from their record label, which is Ambitiouz. And I don't want to lie, man, when it comes to marketing, Ambitiouz like is one of like the goals of recording labels. When it comes to marketing, they market an artist, they put an artist out there, they just chow their money. That is all that they do wrong. But I don't know, maybe right now he's smarter, he knows how they moves, and so he might strike something that is better. I don't know, a better deal out of it, a better contract out of it, and stuff like that. But not what Paige actually had to go through, right? Paige actually came out and spoke about how Maphorisa is basically coming out and saying that she never got to see the contract, actually had to go through the same thing as well. So she says like she signed a contract, which I'm assuming you're supposed to read that entire contract up until the end. But when you're trying to just see the portion of the money, we've been in that situation, but where you're like, I don't care about everything else. I just want to see the money, man. I just want to see where it's bolden and it's underlined that this is what I'm going to earn from the contract. I don't know if she ever did that as well, or she was just like excited that she's now going to be a part of a bigger project, which is Open Mic Records. I forgot to actually like start with that. But yeah, she said Open Mic played it in a sense that she got to sign a contract And later, when she asked for the copy so that she could, I guess, now sit down and read it properly, because it was a long contract. I think 17 pages, or 14, pages. And, no one has that time to actually read everything. Like, it's like when you're there, it's like someone is just like, they're sitting there, they're waiting for the meeting to actually end so that they move on to the next person, right? So that pressure, right, of like trying to sign a contract and stuff like that. So I wouldn't say that she was being ignorant. I know it. I've been in that position. I know how it feels. You just want to get done with it, and you just want to make sure that the money corresponds with what you require, right? I don't know. For me, that is the first thing I go to if I have to read a contract. But yeah, that is what happened to her. So she signed the contract, and then she asked for the copy to read, afterwards at home and stuff like that. But she was not given the contract. It was pushed forward. Like, she kept on not getting the right response. Like, and it's the case just kept on dragging and dragging and dragging and dragging and dragging until when they came back to her, they gave her a different contract. She believes it was forged, it was faked, and all the signatures that she had signed on the original contract were now forged to to actually align with the new contract. So yeah, I don't know whether they don't have technology, because some people can just like snip at that signature. Yeah, it's crazy. Technology is crazy. You can scan your document, just snip that signature and paste it on the different pages. So yeah, it's crazy. It's where we are right now, right? That is what they do. So we're not ever safe. So read your contract immediately. Make sure that you keep a copy immediately. Don't walk away without that copy, because people can manipulate documents. Some people have certified their own copies with stamps that they took for other stuff. Take them, paste them in the new copy. So it's possible. So that is what she says happened. Now the contract that she has is a dodgy one, not what they agreed on and stuff like that. It's crazy what open mic is being accused of. So she's also basically saying that right now open mic is not paying her. Like, she is not paid what is due to her. They're owing her, right? And on top of that, she came out to say that they paid her best friend, I guess also producer, Stella B, right? And they paid him to turn against her, which would be crazy. I mean, I wouldn't turn against Paige. Paige is someone that, when I look at her, she's beautiful. She's an amazing person. I like her forehead. Heck, I would accept Paige any time of the day, right? But what happened is that now, Stella B is not picking up calls. I guess he had a price, and the price was paid and stuff like that. That is what she believed. She actually came out on Instagram and posted an entire video of that, but you can find it on YouTube. Just search for Paige and you'll probably find the whole story. People always record Instagram lives for those that don't follow people up close, to actually get the content and get what was being spoken about, whilst they were busy with other stuff and everything like that. But yeah, it's crazy what is happening to Paige. No one has to go through that, But for the first time today, I actually got to know about the Brickz case. Like, for the first time, like, I knew, heck, I didn't even know that he was arrested, but I was hearing from the air, and everything like that. But I actually got to read the letter that was pinned by his niece after she was raped, right? And he's been given 50 years in jail, right, since 2013, right? And it is heartbreaking. It is painful. I wouldn't say I would wish anything on anyone. Even my worst enemy, I would never wish the emotions that girl is actually like going through. But reports had come out recently that Brickz is someone that is walking back, getting his stance with God and everything. Like, as we know, God is always the Almighty, forgiving, He's always opening his hands, welcoming you back and everything like that. But it is said that Brickz is now a gospel choir artist in jail, and it's painful to read that message, but at the same time I'm like, man, if you're on a path to redemption, to being a good person, I commend that, but at the same time I'm hurt, for me it just feels like a new wound. I know some people have said maybe he was framed or anything like that. I don't know, we're gonna hear from the niche, right? But that letter broke my heart. That letter really broke my heart, and I really hope that Brickz is, back to his part. I don't know whether it's gonna, it's gonna mend the heart of the niece. I don't think it will, because what she spoke about is that she will be ruined for her entire life, and her teenagehood has been ruined and everything. As you know, she was raped when she was 16, right? So it's a painful thing, and I really hope that beyond, if what people are saying that he might be framed is not true, if he is actually guilty, I hope that he even goes beyond just like mending his relationship with the Lord, but he also mends his relationship with the niece. I don't know whether it's something that's possible, but man, when I read it, even right now, you can tell it's really weighing on me. It's really painful, to actually like have people go through such. It's crazy. It's hurtful. I don't have any much words to actually like. I don't even want to dwell on it a lot, because the more I dwell on it, the more it feels painful to me to think about, and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna go straight to Bonang Matheba, who has been getting a lot of hatred. I don't know why. One funny thing about me is that I don't know what actually Bonang does as a profession. Like, I know Bonang as a good woman. I think an influencer because of the Nivea. Was it Nivea or Vaseline? Whereby people say that you're probably not using that as your skin routine. Because your skin, it looks like you are already on makeup, and yet you say that's the result of what you're applying to your skin, but yeah, but what I don't get is why people hate Bonang Matheba that much. They came out to say that basically she's now accepting gigs that are way below what she would usually accept, because they feel like age is catching up with her, that now she is old, now she is. Come on, man. I know you hate Bonang, but I wanna know, what did she do to you? Some people just pointlessly hate people for no reason. Like Bonang. Why do you hate Bonang? Some people might say maybe she has broken a relationship before because of the DJ's aka saga, whereby a man chose to be with Bonang, and Bonang got to be the one that gets the hit. I don't know, man. Maybe we're in a new era whereby now women ask men out, but at the end of the day, someone consents, either agrees, to it happening, and they know very well that they are in something that is stable with someone else. So you can't really blame one person, right? Can't even blame the person that is not even in a relationship. You can blame the one that knows what they are to lose or anything like that. But it's crazy how Bonang is hated, and it's crazy. For me, I like her, man. I don't even want to lie. Maybe I like her because I don't know what you probably know, or her life up close. But I look at her, I see someone that is successful. I see someone that is a great, being. Looks beautiful, looks amazing, looks tantalizing, if I would put it in the West African way. So I don't know why she's being hated. I think she is in a new show called Young, Famous and African, right? And yeah, people are not really having it. They're actually like comparing her. I think what's the name of the other one? I always forget her, but I know that it's Cyan Boujee, right? The sister of Lasizwe. I think I was gonna just say that because I know Lasizwe, but I don't know her up close. Also she's one person that I actually don't know what she actually does. But yeah, they are in the same series, and people are saying that, oh well, she's the head of the show. Bonang is just like trying to grasp and grab everything that she can, because now age is catching up on her. I'm like, man, leave Bonang alone. Just leave the girl alone. Leave Matheba alone. For some of us, Matheba has been a crush for the longest time, bro. And I'm always probably gonna hold her as a crush because I don't follow people up close, but I know beauty when I see one, and she is a queen, which actually comes to the to the name Queen B. Hey, actually, I remember when I say queen, I remember Skumba's episode whereby he was saying Vala Queen. Oh, man, these jokes, we make a lot of jokes that are actually like not really jokes to the person. I hope one day we can sit down and actually think about how we are hurting people with the jokes that we make. They are jokes to us, they are funny to make. It's nice to get likes, it's nice to get viewership, it's nice to get retweets and everything like that. But by the end of the day, man, someone is sitting down and reading your comments. Have you ever been laughed at? But is ngulu. They say his ears are too big. How do you feel being that person that has those big ears? Also, I'm the one that has big ears, so that is relatable. I had to pull out something that is actually relatable. But man, I'm trying to say, man, just think about how would you feel if those things were being said to you, man. Like, how would you feel? And if age was actually like something that was you were insecure about, how do you think you would feel? Because I don't know whether we are magicians, but I don't think we can go and rewind age. It's actually something that keeps on happening, right? So how do you think the person feels? It's tough being come at something that you can't change. So I just want to say, man, let us have Ubuntu, man. Let us go back to being good people. What happened to Ubuntu? Why are we so now people that just wanna always bring others down? Why is it always like that? She's a black woman, bro. Black people are actually bringing her down. Black people. How much other races, bro? You guys are sitting here, trust me, here, expecting other races to actually respect you when you can't respect your own self. You can't respect your own. You can't give, you can't give good feedback where it's due. Like, you can't even support people that are actually succeeding. Heck, you can't even realize or recognize success when it's black, when it's from a black person. All you see when it's a black person are faults. I know a lot of people say that probably if we were run by white people, there would be a lot that would have been good, that would have been done. But you're actually like wiping away everything that are the black leaders. Some of the goods that were actually done as well. I'm not a trial. I don't know why I'm going to politics and anything like that. But my point is, may we always recognize a good thing that someone is doing. Like, may we try by all means that because some people now have this tendency of saying something harshful and something completely wrong and then come and say, oh well, it's feedback. If you can't take feedback, how are you gonna grow? How I know feedback is that feedback is sandwiched. It's like a sandwich. I don't know how they teach you guys how to give feedback, but I was told that feedback is like a slice on top and a slice at the bottom, right? Like a burger. You put the feedback in between and you put the good stuff on top of it. So you say something good that the person is doing, right? And then you say what you want the person to improve. Remember, not change, right? Improve. Remember, not say something bad about them, but say something to improve. It's different. It's different to tell me that, you suck at your job, and telling me, oh well, perhaps if you started to communicate with customers better, maybe we'll get more customers coming in, than to say you're a bad marketer. It's different. And then afterwards you end with a compliment. That is how you give feedback. That is what I know as feedback. Not this thing of just bringing someone down and then say that's feedback. No, that's just you being a jack and being rude for no reason and hurting people. And then at the end of the day, you're the first person to say, oh, we loved the person. The person was a good person. We don't know why the person was suicidal. When you are all in the internet, tweeting for likes, retweeting for likes, commenting for likes. doesn't make sense how you guys move. I don't mean you who's actually watching this podcast. I believe that you are actually an amazing person. And yeah, the mixtape, Konka mixtape, is out. Go ahead and stream it. For those that were questioning whether people are gonna listen to DJ Maphorisa, let's see from the Konka mixtape, where because there is a joint, as you know. I don't know why he didn't say it's by Scorpion Kings, but yeah, Kabza the Small and DJ Maphorisa. The Konka mixtape is out. I believe Kabza always does unspeakable things when it comes to producing, so I know for sure it's going to be a good mixtape. And I also realized that the mixtape which he did with Kwesta actually gets better the more you listen to it. Who's that? I've spoken about it, but it's the first time that people from YouTube are actually gonna see this, But yeah, it's crazy, man. Musa Khawula has also been facing backlash. Hey, how he came and how he is right now, people think it's different. Now he has something to lose. That is one thing I'd have to say. But no, man. What happened is that people are saying that he is pre-recording videos. And so when he delivers something, fingers crossed, you guys don't feel the same way about my content when I actually establish my presence on the internet. But they feel like he serves the news when they have already happened a long time ago, so now they don't apply. And also they're saying that when you came, you said you're coming for people, you're gonna bring down a lot of people. Heck, man, you get sued for stuff like that. Also, people can delete your account. YouTube can delete your account, right? People can actually report your account and it gets taken down. And if it has been feeding your pocket a lot, you can't risk doing that, right? You can't risk your channel. But I don't think that's what is leading to the new direction that Musa Khawula is taking. But yeah, Philip Pella had actually come out earlier. If you watch the podcast and chill, podcast, right? He said that Musa Khawula is someone that doesn't take feedback, and he really wished that he could be successful, which we all wish upon a black person. Hopefully, I hope you also wish the same thing, that they are successful, right? But he believes that the only thing holding him back is that he won't take feedback. And also you've seen it before, right? Owing Entertainment actually was someone that wanted to also sort of like mentor Musa Khawula, but she got a lot of backlash from Musa Khawula and basically told off and stuff like that. And it's crazy because now you are at a point whereby people are saying we are done, we're tired of what you're serving, we're tired of what you're doing, which is what we were speaking about in previous episodes, right? When we were speaking about the fact that it is important to then take your money, put it somewhere else, because you can only be entertaining for a period of time. People are gonna eventually get tired of you, and when they do, make sure that you have a business like Mr. Jezik is opening a restaurant, right? Make sure you have a business like Vocalistic, right? Make sure you have, Grand Joe like Mark G, when you start posting a lot of videos that people are going to report you for, like they're doing right now, putting explicit content online. But, I wouldn't say I'm happy, but I would say, man, it's not nice bringing people down. In your business, abandas weli pants. I don't know what I'm butchering isiZulu, but basically the tears of people that you've ruined their life, people like Abolerato Khanya and other people, they don't fall to the ground, man. Like, you might tear people down, but at the end of the day, man, people pray to a living God. Some maybe just pray to living ancestors, but at the end of the day, man, their cries are gonna be heard, and eventually something bad is gonna happen. So what I'm saying, man, is Musa Khawula, maybe you guys might give him a chance, but at the same time, maybe perhaps it's time for him to receive the mentorship that the people want to give to him, and at the same time apologize to the people that he has done wrong, that might be crying right now, and karma might be revenging for right now. And just understand that entertainment is just something that passes. It's not there forever. And treat your money like that. Heck, I hope that everyone that is an entertainer is saving up for when that time comes. But just like that, we have reached the end of this episode. Thank you so much to everyone that has been listening to this episode. Thank you so much. You guys rock. You guys are amazing people. Please make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube. But if you're listening on Apple, make sure that you like and rate us with a 5-star, right? And subscribe. Also, if you're listening on Spotify, make sure that you follow the podcast. And thank you so much to everyone that has been, here and having our backs. Hopefully we keep on delivering. I will deliver. I have to. I'm hungry, man. I gotta make sure that I put out the videos out there. Also, the internet needs a lot of cleansing, and I believe that we can do that if we hold each other's back.